Aloha, aloha, aloha. Real Trash Podcasts, people, fans that are here today. Welcome, aloha, welcome back to the Real Trash Podcast. And I'm so excited to be with you guys again for another podcast episode today. Yes, we are here. Let me introduce you to the Real Trash Podcast. The Real Trash Podcast, we are very diverse, as you can see, as the Real Trash. We talk about trashy subjects, but also we are very diverse, right? As you can see, my commercials in the beginning, I have Tinkerbell. I usually like to dress up very different, and that's me, Tinkerbell, on Halloween. And speaking of that, Halloween is coming up very quickly, very soon. And also, I have to tell you that the Real Trash Podcast, we talk about trashy subjects from politics to Disney news to celebrity news, and then we talk about my weekly update. Some usually right now we've been talking about what is going on with my life, and then you can be my counselor, and I could just talk to you, right? So yeah, so let's get into the podcast today. The Real Trash Podcasters that like to watch my podcast, Ohana Angels out there. Thank you for watching all my podcast episodes. Thank you for watching my YouTube videos. Thank you for watching my reels, my dancing reels. And I'm so thankful for the fan base I have on my YouTube channel and my podcast. Right now, you can watch it on my YouTube channel and watch the podcast through there on there. Also, I have to tell you guys that this week has been a crazy week. We have 9 weeks left until the election, y'all. 9 weeks until the election, until we vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. I hope that people understand, and I hope that people do watch the next debate. It's on September 10th. That is the first debate. They've never met each other in their lives, so we will see how it shall be. I'm so excited to be able to watch that next week. And yes, it should be an exciting one. This week has been crazy because really I've been to the doctors and they've been trying to figure out what kind of meds I can take with the meds I'm trying to take for, I don't know, whatever the psychiatrist is giving me meds for my mental health, which is good. Also, y'all, hold up. I need to get a tissue, okay? Because I just got out of the craziness out there. Hold up. I'll be right back, okay? Hold up. Yep, I guess right now I'm just having an allergy attack. Yep, it is. It is what it is, right? Right now. But yeah, so this that's what happened. And so we're just trying to figure out that stuff with my doctors. I've been going to the doctors. I have a lot of doctors and the heart doctor, and then I need the back doctor to figure out my back. and also trying to figure out where am I gonna live at. Yeah, so that's been a lot going on this week. With doctors, but also keeping I'm keeping and making sure that people know who to vote for, right? Kamala Harris. And I hope you guys do watch the September 10th debate to really decide who has better character and who can run the country. And I know a woman can run the country too. Don't misinterpret a woman, okay? A woman gave birth, and I came out. from the woman. So don't tell me that a woman can't have power, okay? You're the first one to bring the baby into this life of the world. Okay, y'all. So do not do not tell me they don't have no power, okay? Like, don't tell me that. Okay, yeah. Um, oh my god, y'all. Why is my nose so irritating right now? Maybe because it is like this, y'all, right now. Hopefully it stops. But yeah, and so also I would like to go back to school next year. But like I said, I'm very oh, before I even get into school, let me introduce myself, y'all. My name is Noah James. I am from Hawaii, y'all. I know we are going to be going in a different circle today. But yes, welcome to the Real Trash Podcast. We just got a little off. And thank you for being here because this is very random. Okay, I'll be random sometimes. And today is not my day. I kind of went off the rail a little bit. So, um, yeah. Um, my name is Noah James. I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii, y'all. Welcome to my podcast. Everybody is welcome to my podcast. Also, um, my number one subject I talk about on this podcast is disabilities, because I've had disabilities my whole life, and I like to tell people about them, and how my disabilities affect my life every day. So I'm hard of hearing. That is one of my disabilities. I was born with that when I was very young, 1998, when I came right out of my mom's stomach, a C-section, and I was diagnosed with hard of hearing. Then early in my life, like kindergarten, preschool, I started picking up sign language. Um, and so I signed to deaf people, and also I can understand what the deaf people are saying back to me. Um, and I'm so thankful that I have a friend that been by my side ever since, and she is deaf. And so it's so nice to have that friendship, though. Yeah, look at this. Um, and then I also have autistic spectrum, and that is more like a like I like to dance a lot. There's more like that. I like to dance a lot. I like to I dance in random places where people don't like to dance. I love to dance. That's my favorite thing. And then also we have I have learning disability, so intellectual disability. So I would have to get more accommodation from in the classroom to a sign language interpreter to a note taker, and maybe even to testing. I might need more accommodations in testing time. I might need extra time. I might need to get taken out of the class. There's certain things that need to be in place for me to succeed um, as a student, or just in general basis, just general basis life, and so today was really frustrating. Not today. I mean, just this whole week, because now I know that I can have my counselor. Now I know I can have an interpreter. I can ask for an interpreter every time I have a counselor, right? So I asked her for an interpreter, and geez, I've had some people that are helping me that are um, LGBTQ plus, okay, and they try to lie about a lot of things, and so that really frustrates me, because I don't know if they think they're the only people. And I asked this representative in Art Capital because he was talking about something this week, because he's trying to get reelected, and there was a yeah, what is going there was a there was a this is an interview somebody was asking questions with, and I put some questions in there like, what are you going to do with the homeless crisis with people with disabilities, and what can you help with Social Security out? that asked us questions with the homeless crisis with disabilities. And he brought something else up. He said, well, we have to look at the LGBTQ plus community, not just disability community. I'm like, okay. Yeah, you're going off track. You're going off track. That wasn't the question I answered. So he kind of curved the question. And like, no duh. But like, I know about the LGBTQ plus, but do you not know there's LGBTQ plus that actually have disabilities too? So every genre has disabilities. So I think people don't understand that. Um, and so it needs to keep on coming out. Somebody else was talking in Arizona about how they don't even get paid that much for their disability check. And people are complaining that these people that have disability checks, oh my God, the government's giving them free money, da 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 da. But they're complaining to them that they don't even have enough money in their disability check to pay for everything. Okay? And some of them can't even work because if they go over the hours, or if they go over the hours, and the disability check will get cut off, or they might cut the paycheck for the week, or whatever, cut down on the paycheck. So it just depends. And so that's very frustrating to me too. Um, because people are taking advantage of it, but also people are saying negative things, nasty things, right? So that is really frustrating to me in the disability world. Um, and so I've been asking people from my interpreters, from my counselors, and yeah, so I've been asking for that. And, you know, it's kind of random because, I've been seeing people for a while, and, I just talk normal, right? So you don't think I would need an interpreter, right? A sign language interpreter. Um, like, don't you think, right? I don't need one, right? But apparently, people, just because I asked for a sign language interpreter, now people are like, oh my goodness, you need a sign language interpreter? Oh my goodness, it's so bad. Why do you need an interpreter? Like, why do you need one? It's like I have to explain to them over and over, and it feels so uncomfortable to keep on explaining that to them. Even though I just asked for an interpreter because I told them I'm hard of hearing. Yeah, I can talk to you, but I like to have a sign language interpreter. And so now these people all of a sudden are saying, oh, well, I don't know if that can happen, but, I'm in a disability community, that are trying to help me out. And no, I can't have my interpreter each week or each time I have an appointment. So it's just frustrating. You ask me, well, you seem like you can talk very well. I'm like, okay, y'all. You just don't understand. Some people just won't understand, y'all. But that's why I'm in the fight for all of this right now. Um, yeah, so hopefully I can get my accommodation for school too. That's another one I'm fighting for. Figuring that stuff out too, because I need to be settled right for school, so I don't feel uncomfortable when I'm trying to go back to school. Yeah. Um, but it's just what I'm getting now is I'm gonna get this thing in my nose, and now I'm gonna have to deal with it now. I don't have to deal with this. But yeah, so I hope everybody has had a great week. Please remember September 10th is the first presidential debate against Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. They've never met before. So if you do not have a clue yet who you're going to vote for, I hope you do consider. Please vote for Kamala Harris because it's a way forward. I cannot believe I have to talk about this dude again for the third time. The third time, okay? He has not gone away. He is there again. And people have believed the lies of Donald Trump. People really have believed the conspiracy, the lies, and the hatred for other people. I was also walking down the street, and this guy was like, wow, you have a Biden sign, and he's like, why are you supporting him? He's a liar, he's a racist. I'm like, this is the kind of Trump people I'm talking about. And then also what they do is they flip people off. Okay, like you need to have common decency, right? And common decency just because you don't agree doesn't mean you need to start doing that stuff, right? But I know people are immature and they just don't know how to just communicate instead of full force trying to get angry, So I understand that. Um, so yeah, and it's interesting here. Hopefully, soon we can keep on staying blue or being more lovely to each other in Arizona. Because yeah, there's a lot of hatred here in Arizona. Um, it might be because of the Christian nationalists that live here, and yeah, so I think that could be a lot of it. Um, there could be other things too. Um, but yeah, it's just frustrating. Very, very frustrating, these things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I'm so thankful that we could come on this podcast today. Please have a great week. It is so nice to see you guys this week on the podcast. We will see what happens to the rent because I know I'm trying to hate that. Um, and then this other gay guy, he was lying about my accommodations, that I didn't have my accommodations, and I had all these random papers and da 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 da. And so now I need to ask the doctor for the paperwork, and so it's just irritating that a lot of LGBTQ plus people think that they're the only ones um, that exist, or they're the most different. I'm like, you guys think about the disability ones that actually are gay too. Like they're way more different than you, honey, than just the LGBTQ plus. They're like plus 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 999. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Um, but yes. So I hope you had a great. I hope you have a great week coming up. I hope you watch the September 10th debate. I love y'all. And as I always say at the end of my podcast videos, but YouTube videos, what do I say at the end? A hui ho, and always be yourself, Ohana Angels. Thank you for being here on another Real Tracks podcast, and I will see you next week on another podcast episode. Love y'all, and see you later. Bye. Have a good one, and go watch the September 10th debate this week. Bye. Love y'all. Bye. See you later.